In this module, we're going to look at some homes that have been staged. We're going to look at the before pictures and the after pictures. Now these pictures come from homestage.com. This is a great website to go to. They do accreditation for home stagers, and so they have other pictures that you can check out there. Also Google how to stage your living room, how to stage your kitchen, and so you can get some more ideas. So let's take a look at this. This is an outdoor area. And this is very common, especially with older homes here. You can see the before picture, a lot of landscaping is grown up here, and so they cut back a lot of that landscaping so you could see the beautiful house, the fountain, and the entrance. So they didn't add anything there, they just took things away. Here's another outdoor area. So this has got the white picket fence up front, and the way that they enhanced this is they just removed a lot of this grassy area. Again, it's under these trees, so they had more weeds, it looks like, that were growing than anything else. And they replaced that with this mulch and this nice little retaining wall. Again, small, inexpensive changes. You know, the retaining wall probably cost a couple $100. The mulch maybe a couple $100. And that makes a big impact on that yard there. Okay, the next photo is something that many older homes also face, is this dark wood paneling. So we've seen this in houses. We don't like it, but it's there. So they did a simple fix here where they filled in the paneling, the black part here, with drywall compound, and then they painted over it. They left the brick, they left the wood stove, and they just added a couch here, moved the chair over a little bit to make this a little focal point. Again, kept the TV. This is an older TV, but they kept that in there to show, what everything was looking at. So just some slight changes there. Okay, this next room is a family room. On this family room, you can see that they have a nice dark red room. I love red rooms, but it's hard to sell a red room. So they took that and they painted it. They did a very good job painting here. And you can see what they did with the furniture. So look down here on the furniture. They kept all the homeowners' stuff. I mean, they're even using speakers as tables here. But they're, notice how the chairs are facing each other. They have an ottoman in the middle here, a little coffee table, the couch, and then the TV is the focal point. They put things at an angle here. Again, just really defining this space as kind of a TV area. Here's a problem that many of you will face, and this is a master bedroom that was empty. So if you're moving out of your house before you sell it, you're going to have empty rooms. It's always better to stage a room than to have an empty room. In staging, you can just bring in a few pieces of furniture. You don't have to bring in a lot. In fact, you don't want to bring in a lot. But in this case, they took advantage. You can see down here, they defined a sitting area with a rug. And then here they have the bed, just very simple. I don't even think, it doesn't even look like they have any nightstands in there, just a couple simple lamps. One piece of artwork on the wall and one chair. So really defining the space. All right, next is another family room, or I'm sorry, a master bedroom. And so here, we all face this. You have your window shades over here. In this case, it looks like they have a coffee table, or I'm not sure exactly what that is. The bed's not made, of course. They're getting the biggest bang for their buck here, taking this before picture. So let's look how they did this here. So they kept the same bed. They put some nice linens on here. They added a little seating area over here. Again, seating areas are very popular in master bedrooms, so they added a seating area over here. They have a nice plant. The shades weren't in that great a shape, so they lifted those up. They didn't have to add any other treatments or anything like that, but it's just a nice, clean look. And by lifting the shades up, then they let a lot of light in there. All right, this next one is a kid's room. And so how many times have we seen the kids' room? Kids love their stuffed animals. You can see a lot here on the bed. This is a typical kid's room. It's packed with toys. My daughter's room is the same way. The dresser has a lot of stuff on it. The shelf has a lot of stuff on it. So in this case, when they staged this room, again, they lifted the shade all the way up here. They got rid of almost 90% of toys. And that's what you should use as a bellwether. Get rid of 75% or 90% of the toys. And then the ones that they left in there, they're in a nice, neat little toy box here. The shelves just have a few items on here as well as the dresser tops. So they were able to remove a lot of the stuff in the room just to make it look like a really neat child's room. Here's another example of a empty bedroom. Again, just a large empty room here. And so they had just added a few pieces here. They added a dresser, a couple nightstands and lamps, the bed. Notice a little theme here. The only place they're putting artwork is over the beds. So keep your artwork to a minimum, put some over the bed. And plant. Greenery is a big in bedrooms as well, so if you can get a good plant in there, that would be great. Make sure that it's appropriate for the room. You don't want a little tiny plant over in the corner that just looks awkward. And then again here you can see they added a seating area. Alright, here's a tiny bedroom that the homeowners thought was too little to use for a bedroom, so they turned it into just a little sitting room. They have their couch here, and this room in itself is very nice. They have the little panda coffee table here. But this is a bedroom, and if you advertise a 3-bedroom house and you only have 2 beds in it, that could throw some buyers for a loop and make them think that that room is too tiny. So they came down here. They used again the homeowner's furniture. They added a slightly different picture here, added the bookshelf. Frankly, I wouldn't have added that much stuff on the bookshelf. But they have a couple nightstands here and a twin bed. And one of the comments on the site notes that this sheet set is actually part of a sheet set for a queen bed. So they even took a mismatched sheet set and made that look good. And so you can do things like that as well. Alright, let's take a look at one of the master bathrooms. So this is a master bathroom. Notice it's got a lot of stuff in it. It's got a lot of stuff on the countertops here. Pretty typical. You'd see that if you went into my master bathroom right now. The tile may not be for everyone. But after they staged it, they didn't do anything with the tile. They left that there. You can see they added a rug down here at the bottom. They took the towels off this hook here and they stacked them right here. And then they cleared off the countertop here, the sink top. And they only have just a few items here. In this case, they put some flowers. In a bathroom, in a kitchen, flowers are always a great go-to. Here's another bathroom, and very typical of bathrooms, you have a window above the shower area, and in this case they blocked it with a very nice looking plaid shower curtain, but they spent a few dollars and they replaced that with a clear one to let the light through. And you'll notice here they have seashells here, so they brought that theme throughout the bathroom. So they added a little kind of beachy type mirror over here, the little lighthouse, and some other beachy plants and items here to give the room a theme. So that's always a great idea to do, is to give your room a theme. Next, let's look at this dining room. So the dining room here, you can see a large table with a couple leaves in it, a lot of pictures. It looks like probably some family pictures back here as well. So first thing they did is they made the dining room smaller, the dining room table smaller. So that's one thing that you want to look at doing, is take the leaves out of your dining room table to make it smaller. You don't want the dining room table to fill up the entire space. They took what looks like an urn here and took that off the dining room. Never have an urn out during a showing. I'll just give you that little blanket tip for everything. But they left the candles here, and they left the rug here as well. And then looks like they have this table here and may have just replaced it with a smaller tray. And then the pictures. So notice the pictures here, they only have 2 versus at least 5 up here. And then they set the chairs off to the side along the wall. So that's by having that smaller dining room table, that's going to make the dining room appear bigger. Okay, next is a kitchen. So this is kind of a galley style kitchen, where it's a large galley style kitchen, but it's got a lot of stuff going on the counters here. This is how you and I would live in a house. We have the kids artwork here, the grandkids artwork here. You have a lamp over here, looks like a clock right here. So they took a lot of that stuff out down here. They cleared off the countertops. Almost everything's cleared off. They cleared off all the papers and everything that was hanging on the side here, along the side here as well. They left the curtains. Everything's good there. The stainless steel appliances look great, and so they kept a very similar shot. In this case, they removed the rug. Most kitchens aren't going to have a big rug like that in the middle of the floor, but they removed the rug to show the nice wood floors there. Here's another kitchen where they made a few key changes. So one of the items here, you can look back here, they cleared some of this off. It's not exactly the same angle, so it's hard to see. But I wanted to point out the chairs here. So in this case, they're looking over these chairs into the kitchen. So they wanted to take these white chairs, which kind of draw your eye, and minimize that. So they minimize it with some stools, with some dark seats, so they don't draw your eyes to the seats. And that's one of the key changes that they did here. Here's a home office. It's near and dear to my heart because I have one of these in my house, and it looks like there's 2 to 3 people working out of this home office. They have a few desks in here. And so they just minimize those to make it a one-desk office. And then you'll notice, look at the bookshelf here, everything's just kind of all over the place. But here, it's a bookshelf with everything in its place. They have a nice plant here, a couple of plants here and there. Offices should have plants in them. So make sure that you're adding a couple plants to your home office if you have one. And here's a hallway. So in this hallway, again, they're looking at minimizing. They've taken a lot of the hanging items off the wall and just made one central piece here. They added greenery, added a plant here. They switched out the table. I don't know if I would have done that, but part of the reason they switched it out is to get rid of some of these chairs and stuff. And switching out the table, they give the area some storage, which is always beneficial. But they took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items down to, it looks like 3 items here. So again, minimizing the number of items that you have out in plain sight, minimizing the things that you have on the walls. So that's all the pictures that I'm going to take you through today. Again, I go to homestage.com. They have some good pictures there. And Google how to stage your kitchen, how to stage your master bathroom for some really great ideas in doing that. And don't forget to read the tips that we have in this section as well. I'll see you in the next module.